A word for our listeners. Season 2 of Masks of Nyarlathotep is set in the 1930s and 40s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It's not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Nerds Domain gaming podcast. Join us each week as our commandos uncover the corruption of the mythos in World War II. Starring Johnny Brown, Ed Maudlin, Chris Dunn, and Matt Quiett, with John Quiett running the table as keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed Nazi cultists await you just beyond this music. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm Matt, and I'm here with John.
Hello.
And Ed.
Hello.
And Cullen.
That's me.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it doesn't have to be. Good night, everybody.
Wow. So we are once again in Europe. I don't know. We have been teleported, I assume, through time. That is our assumption at this point, and are being...
And space.
Definitely space. Probably time.
I think definitely both.
Well, yeah.
Definitely space and time.
Nothing's been confirmed,
definitely.
but...
And meaning?
Yes. And we are being accosted by Americans.
Sure.
I mean, they have guns
That's
pointed
a word.
at us, right?
Yeah, that's a word that,
Sure.
that
I
could be
I think
applied.
it's a reasonable word.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been shot yet, so maybe they're not Americans.
Hey, little too real, okay? little too real.
This is before that happened.
Real? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? I don't think this is something that just popped up. Anyway,
Before there's a fever pitch for it, I guess.
all of a sudden, all of America just decided we were going to start shooting people.
Yeah, that's how that works.
In 2016, that's when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Go ahead, John.
So, you guys find yourself on an island? Or
Oh, we're on an island?
Well, you
it's
don't
an
know
island?
you're
It's
on,
an island?
you're on a beach.
We're on a beach.
And some Americans are pointing guns at you and asking what you're doing there, where you came from, and what all the shooting is back the way you came from.
Well, that was a bunch of Nazi soldiers nervously shooting one another because they're scared.
What's a Nazi?
Are you really telling them that?
No.
Okay.
So you want to make that out of character?
That was out of character.
All right.
That was Ed. That was not Jack.
All right.
There are Germans down the beach. They are shooting each other.
Why?
Confusion. Our Italian assistant has sown confusion in their ranks.
Okay.
That is all the truth.
He pulled the old, hey, look over there. And they fell for it.
And I'm sorry, who are you?
The guy with
Corporal
the gun
Weld.
pointed at you.
Corporal Weld.
Yes.
And your battalion unit?
Hold on. I'll ask the questions here. And he turns around and he says, Burn, take your men and go scout. And
You know Corporal is like not an officer, right?
isn't that what he was ranked?
No.
What was he?
He was a
Captain?
lieutenant.
Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
It's been 5 years.
You're
I
fine.
don't know.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure we're on the same
Yeah.
page.
Whatever he was
Sure.
ranked, that's what he gives you. Captain Courtney
Lieutenant.
Weld. Lieutenant Courtney
Lieutenant
Weld.
Don't worry about it. It's good.
Okay, I'm fine.
Cullen and Ed are looking at one another like they
I
don't
got
know
some
what the hell's going
suspicions. It's all right.
on. Okay, Ed's the only one in the dark.
Well, if you listen to
Season
our
one.
season 1 of our podcast, you
Just
would
saying,
know
they're
all
all
about
available.
this guy.
They're all available on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify.
Wait, there are other seasons?
Yeah. It's actually a really good season.
Oh, okay.
The mic is kind of crap, but the role play and the
But
story are phenomenal.
The content is good.
It is.
The production values are,
Yeah.
But we got better.
were learning.
but it
yeah.
got better. It got
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Much like the plague. We got better. Go ahead.
So he sends a lantern-jawed, square-jawed, whatever,
Sure.
man and a bunch of guys back the way you came. And he says, okay, now explain to me what happened and where you came from.
Well, when a mommy and a daddy Kiwi,
No, we're Kiwi.
Yeah.
he can't tell from my accent.
Well, I mean, he hasn't traveled the world yet. Right.
So we are currently looking into transmissions from the Germans, and that led us here. I'm sorry, I can't give you much more than that. It's classified.
But the British called us in.
Yes,
So
I agree.
So
However,
were you the contacts?
no, that is not my understanding. We were not expecting American backup.
Have you been in touch with British command?
Not for a while. As I said, we were behind enemy lines, outside of contact. This is all, we're still working on information from weeks ago.
All right.
So far, all of that has been the truth. I've yet to lie.
That's true. Okay. Well, I guess since you're on our side, that's fine. You're not Germans. What's going on here?
The Germans down the beach started firing on each other after a...
How did they get here?
That's a good question.
I mean, we're in England, or we're in Britain, off the coast of Scotland. Why are they here? How did they get here?
That is a really good question.
You don't know? Yeah. How long have you been here?
Not very long.
Days, weeks?
Less than that.
So you're not going to answer the question?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. It's classified.
Very well.
I am Captain Kauri Loveridge. This is Captain Jack McKenzie of the Canadian Army.
Sure.
This is Levon Fisk, an Italian gentleman that's been helping us with some coding issues. And then this is Commander Llewellyn, Wing Commander Llewellyn of the RAF.
Okay. Well, so do you know what's going on here? Do you know why we were asked to come in? And
I don't. As I said, we've been out of contact with anyone in HQ for a couple of weeks following this.
All right. So
I will take your lead. If you want us to help support anything you've got, that's fine. But I do think that we need to make sure that we stay in larger groups, so there could be more Germans out there.
Well, that meshes with our intel. We were told that there was someone on the island. They had there was a regular supply run to some farmers out here, and the boat was shot at from the beach, and we were on our way here to support the rest of the war effort when we were diverted and asked to figure out what was going on.
Should we perhaps make sure your boat is stowed correctly?
There's guys working on it.
I just want to make sure that's done. Just check on your men real quick while I confer with my men. Would you mind?
You want a moment alone?
Just for 2 seconds.
All right.
So you can turn around and
turns around, walks. Gives you some space.
Jack, put the guns away.
Okay.
This is, I'm going to have to guess 1917.
Can we ask?
The machine guns are going to be a big throw off for them there. We're going to have to explain a whole lot more. Get pistols out, put everything else away that we can.
Can we ask for the date? I don't say the year. Just say we've been gone for a couple.
Do you
of
want to
weeks.
explain that? I'm being
No.
Sincere, Mr. Fisk. I don't want to have to explain anything more to these men than we already have. And I keep saying it's classified. I don't want us to sound like we're not jobs and they start firing on us.
No, I just want to ask them what the date is. Not the year. I'm not going to try to ask that. But just ask the date since we've been out of contact.
Go ahead and I think so. Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So like I said, the Americans are, unloading the boat, making sure everything's secure.
All right. And I asked the
Lieutenant
guy.
Weld?
Yes, I ask him. I say, we've been out of contact for what we think is 2 weeks. We've kind of lost track. Do any of you know what the date is?
Lost track of what day of the week it is?
We were unable to see outside for a little bit. It's
I
hard.
don't understand.
It's hard to follow the sun to see what day it is if you can't see the outside.
How could you not see the outside? Were you captured?
Sorry, sir. It's classified.
All right, fine. Well, it's Thursday, some date in the summer.
Okay.
It was Thursday when you left.
Is so like July 9th. Oh, so he says it's Thursday, July the
Yeah,
76th.
right. Whenever World
July
War,
the 76th.
Yeah.
They're Americans.
Okay.
They don't know.
Right.
It is July of
That
the
would be
year during
September,
World
wouldn't
War
it?
One.
Okay. So just so that we're on the same page,
Mm.
I'm saying it's 1917 because that's when the Americans came in. So
Right.
that is at least 1917,
It is at
if
least
not
19
1918.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Do you boys, one of your boys have a smoke by chance?
I'm sure, and then he says, "Anybody got a cigarette for this captain? Is
Captain.
it? Captain for the captain." And somebody produces one.
Sure. I'll take it and light it, and like I'm taking a look at his men to get a
Okay.
grasp of like how well trained they are. If they're
Sure.
like if they're handling the boat just fine, then great.
Yeah.
But if we're with a bunch of freaking rookies, that could be different.
I mean, there are obviously some kids
Sure.
among the barely, like you would question some of them enlisting, telling the truth at enlistment, but they've gone through basic training, at the very least.
So I have pilot boat that is very poor. However, I'm gonna kind of wander away, not suspiciously, but like head towards the boat where they're stowing it, and use my minor boat knowledge to be like, oh, you need to tie this here, and just talk to one of the younger guys
Okay,
that clearly doesn't know as much as he should.
sure.
Be like, what year were you born? Are you even allowed? Like,
Oh, okay. So that's a good question. Jokingly.
like friendly, like,
Yeah.
come on, you can't be 16, right? What year were you born?
And he gives you
1901?
or eight, well,
Oh.
if it's 1917 or 1918, he'd say like 1898.
He gives me the appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
So-
claims to be old enough,
Okay.
and
I'm just
again
further
yeah,
establishing the.
You've got it narrowed down. It is either 1917, 1918, or 1919.
1919 would
Depending.
be after the war, though. So yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
Okay.
It is in that window.
And I help him like
Yeah.
tie down whatever it is.
Sure.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he one of the guys stops and asks about your injury, your eye.
Oh,
What happened there?
There was an explosion. It wasn't pretty. Let's just say.
Where that happened?
It's not pretty now.
You seem like, yeah, I guess because you're still injured. He's wondering if it's a
Oh,
relatively-
those have been. Things have not been comfortable for us for a couple of weeks.
how here. Like I don't understand.
I-
The war's to the west
Apologize.
or the east. Sorry, I forgot I forget how maps work sometimes.
There's a war in the middle of the Atlantic.
I really can't discuss where we've
If you
we've
want to go the
been.
long way around, I mean, yeah.
Fair enough.
I can't discuss where we've been. I can tell you that there are less Germans there than there used to be.
Well, I guess that's an all right. That's okay. Do you know what they're doing here on this rock? I mean, there's just like
Nothing good.
sheep and rocks here, right?
You never know. I mean, with radio the way it is now, it could be something along the lines of that, but that was not part of our mission, so I'm not positive.
So things have gone screwy for you.
Oh, yeah, we've seen some things.
We've seen some things. We've seen some stuff.
Is that the massive Narlathotep bingo?
Yeah,
track?
yeah. That's actually kind of like the free square
Yeah.
in the middle.
So, okay, so Weld comes back over with the Sergeant Byrne that he sent off. And he goes, can you explain this? And he holds up a bloody black coat with the SS insignia and the Nazi swastika.
They are a special elite unit of the Germans that have been given a special leeway by the leaders. They call themselves the whatever the SS stands for. I speak enough German to know it. Sturmen Sturrischgebe.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's disturbing, but like I've never seen these symbols.
So what I like to think of this, how I like to think about this is the normal Kraut soldier is not necessarily evil by definition. These guys are. They commit some of the most deplorable acts that I've ever seen.
Well, glad that this one's dead at least. Then
How many over there were alive?
we didn't see any alive. There was signs that some had run in random directions.
Did you see any officers?
Well, like I said, I don't recognize any of these insignias, but this guy looks like he was an officer.
Does it look like? What?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
The
dead.
commander- Yeah.
Good. Okay. Lieutenant, maybe we should. Lieutenant? What were your orders?
To figure out who was shooting at the civilian supply ships, because
That wasn't this group.
it wasn't.
They, as far as I saw, only had small arms. Unless they're popping off pistol
Well, I
shots
mean,
at people, like
They were
had to have
getting
something.
They were getting fired at from the shore, but they didn't. They didn't recognize the people doing it. So
I think that maybe I think that this probably is not the group, and we should check out the rest of the island.
fair enough. So he, sets up things. He throws out a map, and like I said, he's showing an island off of Scotland,
Okay.
relatively small.
Okay.
Supposed to have a farm over on the west bank, which would be closer to the bigger landmass.
Okay.
So this is where the supply boat came in, where they were shot at. So I guess we should go there. The question being, do we go straight across, or do we strafe around the coast? Anybody have an opinion?
The island's gonna be pretty bare as far as like not a lot of trees.
kidding?
We're not gonna be able to get a lot of cover either way.
Right. And then it obviously gets higher towards the middle than you'd have the low ground.
Yeah.
You'd give the Germans the high ground if that's who's here.
Can we tell how big the island is from the map?
Yes. I'm not sure how much. So this is where I have the issue. I didn't plan ahead to think about that.
Come on.
I know. How much ground?
Could we
Group
walk
could-
across the island? In a
Oh
day?
yeah. Like
So it's like
Okay.
a few
Two-
kilometers,
maybe yeah.
maybe a couple of
Okay.
miles.
Yeah, a couple
Okay.
miles.
Okay, that
Okay.
gives
at
us an
most.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could walk from one end of it to the other in 2 hours.
Okay.
at most.
Okay, so that's not big at all.
Not really. No.
No.
Like I said, one guy lives here with some sheep and goats, grows his own food, occasionally gets supplies from the larger island or the landmass of Scotland.
Lieutenant, I think that the best option might be just to go across, keep people fanned out and eyes open, but I don't think we're dealing with a superior force here.
Okay. I think. I mean, you've been here longer. Do you have any? Is that from a particular observation?
If they're taking pot shots at boats, they can't be that large. They would be supplied with artillery or something along those lines.
It would be really weird for anybody to have artillery out here without.
Be really weird for Germans to be on an island, wouldn't it?
It would. So
Things only get weirder from here, Lieutenant. I promise you.
apparently. All right. So fan out, make a line, and just be careful. And so
Can I roll tactics to get us in the best possible course across the island?
okay.
Nope, I didn't do that.
Okay.
I just want to mark tactics. Since
Use-
I'm
you
I'm
wanna-
an 8,
You-
so I want to use it so I can go up. See how that works?
I've got a 70 for tactics.
Wow. Jack is good at this. He's led men.
Yeah, why don't I roll for tactics? Here. 12. So I think what you meant was this.
Do you think there's a better idea than just making a line. And
Yeah,
marching
no.
across.
I think a line is a great idea, but I mean, now you know that's tactically the most
best idea.
advantageous.
Okay.
Yeah, I assumed he just explained it like Canadian geese. You want to fly in V's because you're Canadian.
Yeah, but we're not flying.
Neither were the Mighty Ducks, and they flew in V's.
What's the Mighty Ducks in 19
Future
something?
boy.
All right. So
Not to mention that was a patently illegal move, and
Was it
that
really?
team would have gotten kicked out of the league.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know about hockey.
You okay over there, Johnny?
Fine. Okay. And seriously, why would they let a guy who's been charged with an alcohol violation and endangering the public? Hey, why don't you serve out your parole by working with children?
Bad news bears. Same thing happened there.
You're right.
Everybody was fine with it.
No, not really. Walter Matthau was and yeah, that's the only
Well,
one we're talking
he
about.
wasn't fine with it, and he
Yeah,
was the
no,
guy
he wasn't
being
fine with it. That's true.
given the
I
mission.
assume we were talking about the first one and the second one because they're both Walter Matthau.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there is any after that, is there?
There's a
The
third
remake.
one.
I don't
No,
remember that.
There's a third one where they go to Japan.
Okay.
I didn't
and
set
then and then there's one where they road trip across the country to the Astrodome.
I thought that was the second one.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's the second one.
Yeah.
Is that the second one?
Yeah,
That's three.
They play in
There's
like the
Walter
Little League-
Matthau's not in that one though. Walter Matthau's not.
You
in
know
that
what? We are getting way
Off
off
topic.
track.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, was this the part that you were saying? You needed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, he fans everybody out in line.
Canadian geese formation.
Right.
Sergeant, did you police their weapons?
Sergeant.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Weld.
No, he sent the sergeant. I'm asking the sergeant
Oh.
if he. I'm asking Byrne
Oh,
if
Byrne.
he policed their weapons.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Yes, he did. Yeah. But he doesn't bring. He's like, yeah, of course.
Okay. Good.
And that's where he leaves it. You notice you guys are asked to march in the thickest line, I guess. You have people watching you,
Oh, sure.
you figure.
Sure.
Okay.
Random British troops show up.
right,
on a,
yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
Okay. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. And the lieutenant and the sergeant kind of go off and talk amongst themselves
Sure.
as everybody's getting organized. And that's when you hear the first peal of thunder. You look off to the southern-ish sky, and some really dark clouds are starting to move in.
Oh, that's right. We're near England. Great.
Yeah. And
At least it's July, so it's like 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hear one of the guys say, "Yeah, that storm's moving in fast. It's going to be a problem here in a little bit." So,
All the more reason to get over to that farmhouse.
yep. So yeah, so he dismisses Byrne, who goes with a few men, puts something on the boat, and then he hustles off to the northern end of the line, and gives the order to move out.
Okay.
So I need fieldcraft.
Sure.
Would that be the right, you think? And then
Yeah.
what do we decide the civilian equivalent of that was?
Sneak?
Sneak.
Okay.
I got way under a fifth.
Cool.
I got a 73 under 92.
Cool.
And Cullen fucks it.
No, 47 under 50.
Nice. Skin of his teeth.
Mark it.
Oh, yeah.
Mark
You want
it.
to mark that box. Don't mark it too heavy and dark. You know,
Okay.
mark it so that later we can. You already marked it?
Yeah, but I don't know like how many days ago that was.
That's okay.
That's
So
fine. If
when
it's
we
already
eventually level up, we
Yeah.
will roll to see if we can increase the ones that we marked.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
So you've already marked it once. That's good enough.
You,
Okay.
you were probably sneaking around out in the woods
Yeah.
Right,
before
exactly.
going into the compound, and that was months ago for us.
Right. Right.
So that's why you don't remember doing it. So yeah, so you guys are on the move, and you got waist high grass throughout most of it, so you can crouch down and approach things with a monochrome of stealth. So you get to
I know this sounds weird. I'd like to roll knowledge
knowledge what?
to remember the right hand signals, because I'm sure that between World War I and World War II they changed, especially since these are Americans. To see if I know the right hand
Sure.
signals
So
to stop people.
military doctrine.
I mean, I
Is
guess
that
I
a-
could roll
I
that.
mean, is
yes,
that-
no, that is a thing, and
Yeah.
it would fall under that. No,
No.
no. I just want to
Me
make
neither.
I'm trying to make us stick out as little as possible. When we
Sure.
start throwing weird
Yeah.
hand signals, it's going to be one more thing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What?
Thanks.
Sorry.
No, thank you for giving me fodder to work with.
Hey, look, the situation's weird. We might as well make it as weird as possible.
Hooray!
Totally. Yeah. Do you have something, Colin?
What ability were you using?
Military doctrine. You don't have that.
Well, I definitely don't have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what that would be. Espionage? I mean, I really, I have no
I
idea.
don't. I don't. And the only
Is
reason
there-
I asked about it is because we are military characters. I don't know that your
Right.
character will unless.
Yeah, your character didn't enlist.
Yeah. So
And how old did you write an age down?
I'm 24.
So you wouldn't have been old enough to even be
Right.
involved in anything from this era.
Right.
So keep kicking the cat,
He doesn't care.
laying on my feet.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, so you do your best to fake it
Yeah, sure.
and just follow what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, so it starts to rain, and thunder and lightning kind of comes in real hard and heavy, and the night or the sky gets really dark prematurely for the time of day that you believed it to be. The sun was still
Okay.
up, but now it's blacked out by the clouds, pretty much as far as you can see. And like I said, you come to the top of the hill of the island or whatever, because it is mostly or tallest in the middle.
Yeah.
And like I said, not a lot of tree coverage here, so you can see down to a grove of trees, which kind of immediately sticks out to you. And there is some stonework you can see there. Someone moved boulders into this area and was working on them a long time ago. In the trees, which are, it's too dark to make out in detail, but you can see a bonfire,
Okay.
probably covered, given how it's
Not going
not
out
going
from the
out
rain.
from the rain. I mean, it's under some thicker trees, but even as heavy as the rain is,
Yeah.
it would likely be fighting with the fire too. For the fire would be fighting to stay alive, but somebody must have set up a canopy for it and is still feeding it dry wood. And occasionally you can see bodies moving back and forth in front of the light.
Multiple bodies.
Multiple bodies, yeah, because they're crossing in opposite directions, and they couldn't possibly be, unless they're,
And this is
running.
clear for us all to see.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, so Weld stops the line and comes over to you guys and says, "Does anything down here make sense to you? Do you know what's going on?"
Lieutenant, since I don't know your background, I'm going to talk to you about like you don't know anything that we've ever experienced.
That would make sense, yes.
This is going to get real weird real quick. Your men are going to see things that they're not going to be able to believe, but they need to believe them and likely need to shoot them. The things of myth and legend are going to be standing in front of us, and probably more likely the things of nightmares are going to be standing in front of us. Whatever it is, it needs to be shot. If it speaks anything other than good British English, shoot it.
And kind of not this guy though, right?
Yeah. It's a
He's
fair
with
point.
us. He's with us.
So that's a fair point. Other than him,
Other than Levon, yes.
and honestly, the wing commander doesn't speak good British English. He's got this Welsh thing going on. But anything in those trees, if it isn't German, I almost called them Nazis. If it isn't German, it still needs to be killed. And if it's an accident that we shot the farmer, a good British citizen, I will take the fall for that. This is my command as a captain in the Royal
In
Army.
Her Majesty's
in His Majesty's service. This is the command I'm giving you.
He seems to contemplate that for a moment and says, "Okay, I'll take you at your word."
I appreciate your trust, Lieutenant.
Okay.
Jack, I'm going to hold my hand out. Go ahead and give me one of the guns. He has both machine guns. I don't have one.
You want him to break out a machine gun?
Yep.
So where did I stash these on my body?
I assume like in a bag or something.
In a satchel or
Yeah,
something.
okay.
Yeah. And he looks at you and says, "Oh, where did that come from?"
The Germans. We took it off of a dead German body. I'm sure that your sergeant saw similar things.
He did. We put a few on the boat.
They're good weapons. You'll run out of ammo very quickly.
Should we send someone back for them?
It's too far. It's too late. I didn't expect this many.
All right. So he says, "Okay, we're gonna wait a few minutes to get a report from either end of the line because you guys are relatively center, and he's gonna check and see what the others have seen."
Yeah.
And you hear the report. The sergeant comes back, and then another guy comes from the south, and they say, "As far as we can see, this is the only activity in the vicinity. We could wrap around and see, what else is there if we want to take the time."
This is what Byrne is saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says that you guys can see the grove. Everybody's got a pretty good layout. He's saying they went 100 yards or so
Right.
down that north and south. It's like, this is it. Apparently, if you want, we could flank them. Come in from three sides.
Lieutenant, the only suggestion I have is you need to tell your men to prepare to see things. This isn't going to sit well with them. I have seen men drop to their knees screaming from sights like this.
All right. That sounds
Terrifying?
weird.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Okay. I think we need to get closer and figure out how many people are here.
Absolutely.
All right.
Do you have a good man or two to get closer, or do you want us all to go?
Oh, yeah. So he's like, "Yeah, we'll get snipers and send them, down the hill a bit."
Okay.
And see if they can scout or count the numbers.
Jack, you want to go with them?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not great at
No. Yeah. Okay.
tap at the eye, and which is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a spot there.
Do you want to have him roll a fieldcraft to get down there without being seen?
Yes. Fieldcraft first.
Made it.
Okay. And then a spot to get a body count.
Barely made it. 70 under 74.
Nice.
I already marked my field craft from earlier.
All right. So, like I said, it's hard to be sure because they're dancing around a fire, and it's dark because of the storm, and there's a storm.
Mm-hmm.
But by your best guess, there's at least 12 people down there, and an additional 6 who appear to be tied up. They aren't moving. So Jack would guess, based on what he's seen, those might be your Nazis that got away from the initial firefight and then got captured by whoever is on the island that the Americans are coming to deal with.
Are they tied to something?
Possibly stakes in the ground.
Like kind of circled around the fire?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to get an idea.
So, so Corey's or suggestion to Lieutenant Weld was go in guns blazing. you don't really see anything that suggests otherwise, unless those people that are tied up are actually innocent and not the Nazis.
Is Jack back with us? telling
Yeah,
us
this
okay,
is
okay.
the report. He's telling you.
Okay, I just want to make
Yeah.
sure. Could you tell what these other Could you tell what any of them were wearing?
Brown shirts. So that's that. It looked. They could have. Their clothing was brown. It could be dirty because the area they're in is from the light of the bonfire is pretty clear. So it could be the brown normal uniform of a Nazi soldier, or it could be dirty locals' clothing.
Yeah.
So
I think the men staked are the least of our concerns. As in, that's not our first targets.
okay.
But we also, Lieutenant, you were to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Do you want to make sure we leave somebody alive?
For all we know, that those other people, they could be in a similar situation to what we went through from.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I'm a little reluctant just to go ahead and wipe everything out that's down there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
What do you guys want to do at this point as the thunder and the lightning intensify?
Lieutenant, are you and the sergeant good shots?
Fairly decent, yeah.
Well, can we... Wait, are these people... Were they armed? The people that were not tied up?
Or just dancing around the fire.
Yeah.
Just dancing around the fire.
We can surround them. We don't have to shoot them. We can just go up to them and tell them to stay where they are and then figure it out from there, couldn't we?
If we surround them, non-military guy, then we're risking shooting one another if we miss.
Well, then we come up on one of their sides, whatever, and tell them to put their hands up or whatever.
Normally my vote is not for skipping out on shooting Germans.
Sure.
But I think Mr. Fisk has a good idea.
Okay.
I think that we storm them from one side, guns out.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
We come up from behind where the fire is, so they can't. Like the fire's gonna hurt
We'll
their eyes.
do
but
it.
yeah.
In a tactically unsound fashion.
So you failed your tactics roll?
I failed my tactics roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But you're going to attempt to get them to surrender
That's what
to superior forces? Is that what you were suggesting to Weld?
I'm just
Because a
thinking.
minute ago you told them to go in guns blazing.
Normal people don't dance around a fire.
Are they
in a
hey,
thunderstorm?
Hang on. Are they dancing or are they just hanging out around the fire?
Their motions are weird. So yeah, dancing.
This is not normal.
I'm just
Yeah,
I need a decision. Time-wise. We're running out of time.
Let's go shoot him. I don't care.
So you're gonna stick.
You want to? You don't want to try and take him?
No, let's take him. Fine, guys, fine. Just take him. They voted to take him.
Okay.
Just gonna go majority
we'll try.
rules.
Okay.
We'll try and take him without shooting.
If they try to,
So you
Yeah.
want to go back to Weld and change the order to?
Oh, I thought
don't-
we were standing and having this conversation in front of Weld.
I'm
Yeah, that's fine. I get it.
yeah. So but yeah. So you're so I guess he's saying so now we're not killing
I mean,
on site. Like I mean, we could just stand up here and pepper the whole grove with bullets. And
Look,
But that doesn't get you an answer for what they're doing here.
true.
And that's my main concern.
But you were talking about all this weird stuff going
Yeah,
on.
if
and
Jack
how-
didn't see anything, it's not there. So that means that it's not happened yet.
Yeah. They're probably trying to call forth whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're bringing.
yeah, that's another.
So let's go stop them.
Yeah.
Let's go stop them.
Now, I'm not saying don't hit them, but if we can leave some of them alive, that'd be great.
Yep.
Roughing them up is perfectly acceptable. So if your men need to rifle butt or bayonet, go for it.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do
All
that.
right.
All right.
So another fieldcraft roll to see if you get spotted. I guess.
I'm good. That's sneak for
Sneak for
Sneak. Okay.
sneak
awesome.
for Levon.
I'm good. Barely, but good.
Where are you, Sneak? There it is. Okay.
It's alphabetical.
I did not. It's 57 over 50.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So you guys get right up on the grove, like you're just about to enter the trees, when you hear a shot ring out, fired towards you.
From the trees?
From the trees, yeah. Somebody in there has a gun. And some of Weld's men open fire with their guns.
That's fine. I fire too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All
With the
bets
machine
all
gun?
bets are off. Let's do it.
With
Yeah.
the machine gun?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Because surviving through this is a little more important than protecting the timeline, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because finding a Maori guy that's not been born yet, dead on some Scottish island, that's a thing that might be a little squishy.
Well, you're not Maori yourself, are
Yeah,
you?
you're right.
You're
Some Kiwi,
Yeah.
some dead Kiwi,
In
Scotland.
clothes that won't be made for another
Yeah.
20, 30 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So do we just mow everybody down?
Is that what you would like to do?
I have no problem with advancing and just emptying the clip a little
Okay.
bit at a time.
So everybody roll under their fire,
You mean
the weapon of their choice.
Submachine gun.
Yeah, that would be the weapon you're holding.
Right. Well, I don't think I have. Like, 'cause we only had 2 submachine guns, right?
No, we had 3.
We had 3. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you
Okay.
each had, everybody had one.
Okay,
but
I just-
you were
I was making
you
sure.
put them away.
Okay.
I
Great.
got 8.
8
42
under.
over 23.
All right.
I got
so
an 8 under 80.
I got all zeros.
Oh, so your gun jams.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow. I guess guns don't do well in time travel.
I guess
that's
not.
what I'm picking up here.
Okay. Nice. So, as you're firing, you see. Do you walk in, or do you just stand?
Yeah,
in
I'm gonna
place?
fire and then move forward. I'm picking targets. I'm not just spraying and praying.
Sure.
I only have so many bullets.
So you guys get up to the edge of the tree line for the clearing, and you can see probably a 20-yard wide circle has been sort of cleared of most of the debris and stuff, and then a pit was dug into the ground, and a large bonfire was started, and someone has tied a tarp up into the branches to cover the area from the storm. The rain is less because of the tree cover, so
Right.
it's manageable, not filling your vision or anything. And like I said, the bodies that were staked are dead. Some of them from bullet wounds, some of them from slit throats.
Okay.
As you come around the fire, you see, or move around to get a better picture of the clearing. You see the obelisk standing there in the middle of the clearing, made of the same stone. Everything looks exactly the same, except the dial is at a different setting. You notice
Can we
that?
see what it's at or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
You have to get a little closer.
Okay.
And then 12 things come out of the woods at you.
Angry men.
All
Yeah.
right, Ingerman. They're here to decide if this man is guilty.
Yeah. And their skin is black, and their foreheads are protruding, and their nails.
Whoa! Why you gotta make it? Why you make it like that?
It's not dark. It's not dark skin. It's not
Black like
well-tanned
night.
skin. It is black like ebony stone,
Got it. Okay.
like unnatural, like they've been
Like-
burned alive, but they're still alive. It's black skin.
Got it. Okay,
Um,
I'm with you.
All right.
And blood pours from their eyes.
Okay, so that's not normal.
No,
That is not normal.
They have. You don't see the whites of their eyes anymore. You just see blood slicking their face.
Okay.
A couple of them look like they got injured by the hail of
Women
bullets.
beyond
Yeah,
the being
yeah,
burned alive
yeah.
and having blood pouring out of
Yeah.
their face, they're also injured.
Yeah.
These poor guys.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Who
And
will
yeah,
speak
so
for the
they-
bloodthirsty monsters?
I will, Lorax.
And when they came for the bloodthirsty monsters, I said nothing, for I was not a bloodthirsty monster.
And yeah, so they are coming at you. And you have a round of fire, but then they're going to close in on
Right.
you. And we are in combat rounds.
Okay. Dexes you need?
Yeah.
15.
A 9.
14.
So Corey, and then Jack, and then the monsters.
You said 12 of them?
12 of them.
All on one side?
Yeah, they're coming in from the opposite side of the fire.
Okay.
And then
9.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
Do we have our NPCs?
NPCs.
Taking turns? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
They're going to make a group sanity check here. Everybody needs to make sanity checks, though.
Hey, 10. 10.
Well, I know where Burns' sanity
I would
is.
say roll and then decide of the 25 minutes. I
Yeah.
don't know, whatever. How many of those would have failed based on that? Like if you roll really well, like you roll a 1,
I'm gonna
none
give
of them fail.
I'm going to give, it's percentage.
Yeah.
Whatever I roll is
Sure,
the
yeah, yeah.
percentage of men that failed.
Yeah.
That's perfect. 60% of them.
Christ.
Yeah.
Bunch of softies.
Well, I mean, these
They haven't
monsters
seen
are
They have not.
inhuman. Of the PCs, Matt, what
I
is-
succeeded.
you succeeded?
I got
wow.
a 10.
We got 54 under 67.
Nice.
I have 53 remaining, but I scored a 43.
So you succeeded.
So I
You rolled
yeah.
under. So everybody loses 1.
Sure, why not? I
'cause
didn't
it's
need that one.
It's relatively mild.
No, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's not like I needed it.
Yeah, you do. But
How many shots would I have fired?
let's say half the clip. What's the clip?
I'm gonna go look that up, but I'm pretty
Maybe.
sure it's 10.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just 10?
Or I'm sorry, half the clip is 10, so I'm pretty sure it's 20.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't have this gun's stats.
Right, because you have a German gun now.
Right.
So
It says. Oh, that is not the right gun. None of those are the right gun. Great.
yeah. What's the average?
Let's
Clip size.
20 or 25 or 32 on those. Jeez, OP.
Let's just say 20.
Okay, so we would have 10 left.
We have 10
And then
bullets left.
We should have an extra clip each.
Yes.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Yeah, because I gave you 2 full clips each.
Yeah.
So Corey,
I'm going. How many can I get into a cone? Like 2 or 3?
yeah, 3.
I'm going to fire all 10 into those 3.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm firing
Yeah.
at 3
I
of
mean,
them.
I said you have 1 round to fire.
Right. Well,
and
you've
then
got to
they'll close on
You
you.
got to go around everybody's. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Declaring.
Jack, you're gonna shoot,
I'm going to shoot.
and then Levon.
I will also shoot.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. What happened with the last shooting?
Like,
We killed the
You killed
Germans that
them.
were dancing around.
Oh,
no, you killed the people that were staked to the ground, which are in fact Nazis.
Okay.
Yeah, you
That's
can see.
fine.
You can see now at this point that they are the.
And there were no other guys.
No.
So the people that Jack saw dancing around are these things.
Yep.
Sweet.
okay, cool.
They managed to get their ritual off in time, apparently,
Oh, good.
and transformed.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody's gonna fire.
Yep.
in
Yes.
this, in this opening round. All right.
30. I got well under a 20%.
Nice.
I got well over.
It's we got 42 under 80.
8 of my shots.
Wow.
8 of my shots.
on your submachine gun.
Yes.
Sweet.
78 over 23 on my Thompson.
Oh, that's
With
well,
the-
it's-
Did you fire more than one shot?
Yes.
For each bullet, it goes up 5%.
Oh, okay. So if I shot 10,
10,
that's
do
still
the
a
clip.
73.
Okay.
and you rolled a what?
Yeah, 78.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you just missed
I
it.
tried.
Sure. Sure.
I
Oh, wait a minute. No, is it 20?
10 shots. We figured you
10
used
shot.
about
Okay.
half the clip on your way in,
So
Yeah.
so you could max 10
All right.
shots.
I did 13 because it was a crit.
13 damage,
Yeah.
and that's spread
Two-
out.
I'm sorry. I did 8 shots. 8 shots hit. I did 13 damage. You can do 13 per shot, or I can roll 8 different damages. It's crit each time.
It's I'm sorry. That one went a little fast. For
I
me.
hit.
Yes.
So now I determine how many shots I hit with. I roll a
Right.
d10 because I shot
Right.
10.
You
I rolled an
rolled
8.
Yeah.
So I have 8 shots. I'm going
Right.
to put 2, 2, 2. I'm sorry, 3, 3, 2.
Yeah.
So 3 will hit him, 3 will hit him, 2 will hit him, but they're all crits because I crit.
Right. You
So-
impaled.
So I'm going to do
That's-
double my dice damage 3 times, 3 times, 2 times.
How much damage is?
This first one was 13. I can roll 2 more times for the first guy and 3 times for the second guy, and
Well, we'll count the first guy as dead because the other 2 bullets are going to finish him off. But roll for the second guy.
10 and 18. That's 22.
That works. That guy's dead.
And
then
the last
third
guy,
one.
8, 9. So that's
17.
14, 13.
8 and
8,
9
9.
is 17.
I'm sorry, 8 plus 1 is 9.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
He rolled a 1.
Yeah.
13.
So it's 13. And then the other bullet does 10 plus 8, 18, 22.
So, I mean, you did. That's 4 you just rolled because you got a 22 on the second guy.
So I crit each time. So
Yeah.
I rolled the dice twice.
I'm with you now.
Yeah. When you crit with a machine gun, it does a ton of damage.
So 3 of the guys dropped.
Yes.
They're down. And then now we need Levon to roll his. So you have roll a d10 to determine how many
Okay.
bullets
All right.
hit.
That's 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you'll roll damage, which is a d10 plus 2.
Okay.
And we. Does he have to? When does he select
Now.
targets?
Now, how many
Okay.
did you shoot at?
You can hit up to 3.
I will shoot up to 3 then.
Okay.
So 2 bullets,
2 bullets,
each.
3,
Yeah. So
All
that
right.
is. It's a 9.
9. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then roll again.
9 plus 3, right? It's whatever's on the dice plus 2.
9
Yeah.
plus 2,
So 11.
11.
And then 3 puts it at 14.
Okay.
Okay, so that's another one down
Okay.
for the second monster you're shooting at.
Okay. That's a 10.
That's 10. Okay, so 12 plus.
1.
So
three.
12 plus 3 is
15.
15. So that's 2 monsters down.
Okay.
We got 1 more monster to roll against.
2
4,
and a 9.
11. He's down. So that's 3 more down. So 6 more monsters coming at you.
Do our soldiers fire before they do?
Yeah.
The 40% of soldiers we have left.
That the 40% of soldiers you have left get a fire before they close.
Okay.
So, that's a 98. They're
Shaken.
a little shaken. So now we enter melee, and Kauri, you are first to act.
I don't have anything. When you fire a machine gun like that, you only
You only
get the
one
shot
thing.
for the round.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
I fired my shotgun, my machine gun. So
All right. So they're all going.
So this is still the first round.
Still the first round.
So did they close with us this first round?
Yeah. They
Oh,
move
okay, I got
fast.
you. No. The way you said it is we get to fire before them. I thought we got a whole round. We get that first firing.
I did say that. You are correct. I'm sorry. I was getting excited about.
Look, I just don't wanna
potentially
get
killing you.
murdered.
Yeah. Okay. So that was your
Sure.
surprise, or
Yeah, yeah.
they're closing in on you.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go back to normal rounds.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reload
You're gonna load your clip again
and then
as
fire if I can do both.
Is that allowed in the rules?
I would have to skip my normal first firing because I would be reloading during that time.
and
so
then get your
but
regular.
per the machine gun rules, I can only do that during. Or I use my whole round to do that. So you could just let me have one shot in that firing round.
You mean one shot in your normal round?
In the normal round. and
Because
then
you're reloading during firing round.
right. Yes. Sorry, I was checking something else. I would
Okay.
get one shot in the normal round, and I'd get one shot in third for firing.
There you go. That's what we're gonna do then.
Okay,
So
sure.
firing round,
Nothing.
nothing. Jack, you want to?
I'm gonna do what he's
reload?
doing because
Yeah.
I'm gonna reload. Yeah.
Reload.
Yeah,
Levon,
I have
reload.
to. Yeah.
Okay, so skipping firing round because everybody's using that action to reload,
Except
Back.
the boys.
except the boys. Oh, right, because they don't have machine guns, do they?
Look, I just want something else to drop. If just one of them drops, I'm fine. That's
All right.
that betters our odds.
Right.
That's a 51. I'm sure somebody got a shot off.
Sure.
So it's.
Like 2d6.
Do you have a rifle statted on your sheet?
I don't, but it's 2d6 plus 4.
I've got a
Okay.
rifle, Lee Enfield.
What's its damage?
2d6 plus 4.
Okay, like you said, it's like you know your numbers. Not that I doubted you, just
no, I get it.
it confirms. 6 plus 4 is 10. So another one takes a
Good shot.
good shot
Yeah.
and still's coming, but slower. Loses a step.
'Kay.
So we'll enter normal round.
Okay. So I get
So
to fire.
yeah, Kauri and Jack get to fire.
I will fire at the one that's been hit, I guess.
Okay.
I hit.
All right.
And I do 4. Good job, Matt. Good job. I did 4.
He drops. Because it
enough.
already had.
Yeah.
Because it just took 10 from the guy.
That'll do, pig.
So yeah.
So
just
can,
pick another one and just
I-
randomly
I mean, am I only getting one shot off?
one shot at this time.
Okay.
So
I'm probably going to miss.
And then Jack will not get a shot on third
Yeah, I
firing.
missed. 41.
He doesn't have
Since
enough skill.
they're getting
yeah.
close.
Mhm.
Doesn't that increases?
Oh,
No.
yeah. You double your... If they're within his dex and feet,
What's your dex score again?
14. So if they're within 14
they're
feet,
within 14
so you
feet.
Okay.
double your...
Okay, so
gun score.
then I did hit.
Then you do
Okay.
it. Okay.
And it's
so
a 1d10 plus 2.
3. All right. Takes a wound, but he's still coming.
Yeah.
And then so they close. There are a lot of targets, but you guys are laying down some heavy fire because
Sure.
you have fancy guns. So each one of the PCs is going to get attacked. You will get a dodge roll.
Sure.
I'll just start with Kauri because he's first
Sure.
on the list. Nope.
Oh, thank God.
Jack.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, what do I have to roll?
Dodge.
You have a dodge skill. It's usually twice your
Yes.
Dex
unless you
times 2.
increased it.
Yeah, Dex times 2.
Okay.
So 28. Nope.
All right. Take 2.
Ooh. You guys are scary. I know, I'll shut up. Because one of us is going to end up dying if I don't.
And Levon. No. They miss.
Okay.
The claw goes wide. You dance around it. Then you get to fire point blank at the guy in front of you, I imagine.
That's what I'm going to do.
So,
Yep.
Is that increase it
Yeah,
anymore?
it doubles. No, it's
Just doubles.
once they're within their feet and dex, then
Okay.
he's got double.
All right. So
So you'll
Okay.
double your skill.
and that's what you want to roll under.
Like my submachine gun
Yes.
skill? Okay.
What's your submachine gun?
It's 80.
Oh, so you have to get under 160.
We'll see.
And not roll 100.
Yeah.
Don't get 100.
Yeah, don't get 100. You actually want like a 32 or under to impale.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens. I got 5.
Nice.
That'll impale. So you'll roll 2d10 and
Right.
add 4.
Okay. So 8 and 5.
No.
Well, you only
It'll
have
be
the
8
4
plus the
one
1.
die.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it'd be 5 from the die plus 4 from the
Yes.
added.
So 9.
So
Yeah.
9.
Yep.
I'm going to say that one drops.
Okay.
So we're down to 3.
5. Did I miss?
So
You took 3. He took 3.
And there are
Did you-
12
yeah, you're right.
killed
So now
one.
we're at 4.
Yeah.
Now we're at 4.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. 1 plus
Yeah.
1 plus 2 plus 1.
Right.
And then I'll fire on third firing.
Yes.
Jack, you will not get third firing. Your skill isn't high enough. That's the only reason I get it.
Fine.
Is Levon's?
What's your
80?
80? Yeah. Yes. I hit and I impale. 13.
Okay. Still up, but injured.
And Levon.
Levon,
Okay.
you get to roll to shoot.
51.
That hits. Does not impale.
Does
Just
not impale.
1d10 plus 2.
Okay.
10,
2. Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. So 12.
12. That will take down the one in front of you, so there are 3.
Man, I missed all the applicable there are 4 jokes. Man.
Okay. So top of the round. There are 3 left. They're in combat with allies, so probably spray and pray is not a good idea.
No.
I'm gonna. Are any of the other men down? Follow-up
The
question. Any of the men?
NPCs?
Yes. Do any of them have an entrenching tool? I really don't like knives.
Yes, you are able to find an entrenching tool.
All right, I'm gonna go. And you know what? I'm actually better with throwing. I'm gonna go. I'll take out on the knife that I've got and go at the guy. That thing. I don't want to shoot any of the.
Americans.
For all I know, it's like Jack's grandfather. I don't want to screw
Right.
this all up.
Okay.
Like I don't know how much time travel was thought about in the 1940s, but
Probably not nearly as much as you're putting into it.
Yeah,
so-
but I still don't need to kill somebody's grandfather.
Sure.
So, yeah, I will jump on, or I'll go up and start stabbing one.
Okay. So that's your declared action,
Yep.
Jack. You have a
I'm good with that. I'll
Also
do that as
following
well.
suit?
I've got a bayonet.
okay.
Yeah.
And Levon,
I mean, I guess. I mean,
you don't have to spray and pray. You could fire the gun, but they're in melee with allies.
right.
So
No, I'd rather. Man. I guess I'll stab. Like, how do I know what my abilities are for like knives?
It'd be under knife
Okay.
on the bottom left.
Right. All I have written down is knife.
So you're at a base 25.
Okay.
So, yeah, you
Unless
might be
you
better
have
off just
punching
taking one shot at it.
or just one shot at them would not.
Yeah,
you
I'm-
would
I'm
still
gonna-
get all 3, right? Since
Yeah,
they were
yeah, you could still
declaration.
fire 3 times.
Right. Yeah. I'm just gonna single
Shoot.
shoot them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah. So then you'll get to act first.
Yeah, well, it
'cause
starts with you.
Okay.
No one else is firing.
Okay. And I'm still using the machine gun, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
I mean, you could switch to your pistol if you wanted to.
Well, no, I got better stats
Yeah.
on that. It'd be stupid to do that. 44.
Okay.
That hits. So D10 plus 2.
Okay. 4.
Still up, but injured.
Yeah.
All right. So Kauri, tackle one and
I'm not going to tackle
Shit.
nothing. I'm just going to stab it.
okay.
So I will attempt to stab. Oh, I don't stab anything.
No.
No,
Awesome.
no.
You didn't.
My
botch.
93 over. No,
Oh,
93
no.
is high over
Okay.
my 89 or 84 close
That is
combat.
unfortunate.
Wow.
And Jack.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Where am I in close combat? Oh, I am only a 51 on close combat. And I miss at 68.
That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
So the 3 monsters. You guys shot all the ones that directly engaged with you, and they all took a single target. So they're all dead, right? If I'm keeping track.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna attack the NPCs. Is that yeah, they got a 6. So you lose 3 NPCs
Okay.
because that's got to happen.
That's fine.
And then Levon, you get to fire again.
Okay, great. 6.
6. Nice. So you impale.
Awesome.
So 2d10 plus 4. 5. 10.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
So another one drops.
I'm really good at murdering.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You get one more shot.
And you do, yeah.
All right.
So
No. Now that I've bragged about it, I'm going to chump it probably. Nope, 17.
wow.
Which is not
Not impale on 80.
by one. It depends on how close he is.
He's real close.
Then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then impale.
Okay.
All right.
So 2 of these. 5 and 7.
Plus
16.
4. So
16,
another
yeah.
one goes. Another one bites the dust.
Let's just say it exploded.
Yeah.
Because I
So we got
You
one
popped
left,
its- Yeah. There's one
Yeah.
left.
and I have done nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
You're here for moral support. You gave us the tactics to come in, and that's why it's failing because you gave us bad tactics.
You're right. That's,
It's
yeah,
failing.
Wow.
It's failing. Is that? You think that's an accurate statement?
We lost 3 guys.
Yeah, we lost 3 guys.
Okay.
That could have been somebody's grandfather. We're gonna get back to the future, and like somebody's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like poor Leroy Haley isn't going to be there because his daddy died.
And you'd be like,
right
where,
here.
you're gonna be like, hey, where's Leroy? And everybody's gonna be like, who's Leroy?
Yeah, it's exactly what's going to happen, John.
Leroy's British, right?
Not with a name like Leroy.
You don't know the origins of Leroy.
Yeah, yeah.
But we've established Leroy came from a British outpost, and these are Americans, so
But
I think
his-
he's safe. I think
Okay,
Leroy's
sure,
safe.
Sure.
And also, you keep saying grandfather. I don't think anybody this young
No,
in
no, no.
1917 is a grandfather in 1945. But
Unless their name is Leroy.
It's a French baby name. In French, the meaning of the name Leroy is the king.
Yeah, Roy being king.
Le
Leroy.
roi.
Leroy.
all right. So yeah, this monster.
Which explains why there's so many Leroys in the South, because French and New Orleans. That makes a lot more
That does
sense.
make
I
sense.
connected
Okay,
it. No, this is like sincere
that's
thought
fine.
process.
That's just tangent.
Yeah.
Like
What? Tangents. Go ahead.
What about bad Leroy Brown? Anyway,
He was bad, but he was Leroy Brown.
he's a
You have to do it in a French accent now. You have to sing the song in a French accent.
Leroy was a gambler.
Yeah.
He likes his fancy clothes.
Why do I feel like we're on a submarine looking at aquatic life outside of the submarine
indeed,
when I hear that?
Oh, yes.
Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah. I'm comparing you to Jacques Cousteau.
Oh, thank you. Got it. Okay.
Jeez, I try to give a guy a compliment.
Yeah, he's probably rolling in his grave now. What? He's dead?
His
No. I just.
Yeah, I don't think that was his reaction. Why he was reacting the way he
That's okay.
did.
We'll just move on.
Yeah.
We're getting off track.
Anyway, yeah. So the one monster is left, sees that it is alone, and tries to bolt off. And
Oh, I throw my knife.
okay, that's declared action. Jack, would you like to shoot at the fleeing monster?
Oh, why not?
Awesome. Levon, you also get to declare.
Oh, I'm going to shoot at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm a-
Jack, you get to fire first.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take a single shot. 39.
Over 38.
How close is he?
He's close. He's within your
Well,
dex.
My Thompson score is 23.
Oh, okay.
So double that.
Yeah, 46. You got it. You
46,
get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got him.
You
I got him.
tagged
All
I
right.
wanted it to be a 38 so bad.
1d10
1d10.
plus 2. I'm going to use this one. 7.
So 9.
So 9.
Okay,
yeah,
9.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
No,
right.
70 because I rolled the wrong one.
Box next to the submachine gun.
Levon, you get to fire.
Great. 50.
That'll hit.
Under 80, yeah.
Under 160, yeah. So,
Or 160, or yeah, whatever.
so not an impale, so roll 1 die. Plus 2.
10.
He's dead.
Yes, he is.
So you all see Corey he's got his knife out, and he's like, oh, damn.
In all fairness, I want to remind you guys, as I just edited this episode, where we had 3 Nazis on their knees, and 2 of you failed to kill yours, and I murdered all 3 of them.
Yes. Yeah. You did.
'Kay.
Yeah, I remember that.
And one of them took a knife in the back.
It's like,
I'm
I
just
don't-
saying-
I mean, if you want to measure dicks, that's fine. Just remember how many people I've killed today.
In all fairness, I was so unhelpful in that elevator. I was like, I'm here to...
I'm here to kick names and take
Yeah.
ass, and I'm all
Yeah.
confused.
Never mind how many people I killed in the future. Let's just talk about today.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, so so that happened. You guys have 12 monsters lying around this bonfire, and some men in Nazi uniforms, and a bunch of very confused, scared, and some dead Americans. And Weld comes up and he's, what are those?
Mr. Fisk, check the obelisk.
Yep.
As I said, Lieutenant, you were going to see something today. Those were that.
Are there more of them?
Not now.
Probably later.
Much later.
So what? And he has kind of lost his grip on things for the moment, and he looks to you.
I'm gonna like grab him a little bit by the shoulder, and if he doesn't stop, I'm just gonna smack him.
Okay. And what?
Mr. Fisk is going to look at the obelisk. Your men are out of danger. Police your men, police the weapons, get everyone together. You need to get your combat medic on these people and hunker down for a minute.
Okay.
In a moment, we will be going back to our time.
What now?
So I need any weapons that we have with us now to go with us. Anything on the boat, I would appreciate you if you lost.
Okay.
It's an appropriate
Okay.
reaction. Let's be honest.
What do you mean time?
I'm currently 35 years old.
Okay.
I was born in 1905.
No.
Yes. You and your men will win this war. There's another one to come.
Okay. I get. Okay. Yeah. Fine. All right. Fine.
Wait,
So
I don't know well. Never mind.
No, you
Wrong
don't.
characters.
You haven't. Yeah. Yeah, you haven't interacted at all, so it'll be fun if we do a crossover
Yeah.
in the future. Okay. Yeah, so he goes about dealing with his men.
Jack, can you keep an eye on them? Just
Oh,
to make
yeah.
sure that he doesn't freak out and they turn on us with guns. Because that would be unfortunate.
Are you serious? I can't hit the broadside of a barn. Apparently, am I
Right,
the
but
guy
you're
want?
going to notice.
Oh, sure, fair enough.
I can't see the broadside of a barn, but I can shoot
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
We work as a team.
You got
Jack. You see it, I shoot it.
You got the glimmer.
Not the other way around.
All right, so yeah, you go to examine the obelisk. Could you move? And it is set the way you would anticipate it to be after the plan of just pushing in the little lever.
Oh, so it's on 7.
Yeah.
So he set it to 0. We came to this time.
No.
No,
I
he
pushed it down.
it in.
That's
he pushed
all I
in
ever
the
did.
sundial.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Fisk, all I did was push in the little tab. I didn't get any farther than that.
You didn't turn it. Okay.
I did not.
Okay. So, in theory, if we were to push this in, we'd go back to where we were.
Is it up or is it down?
It's in
It's in.
Down.
Mm-hmm.
versus out.
And you
Pushed
did
it-
what? You just pushed it in.
Pushed it in. So if you pull it out, turn it back to 1 and push it in, hypothetically, we go back to where we were.
1?
That's the origin. That's our origin. I don't know. You know what?
Am I aware of this? Does this thing go down to 1 or 0 as far as I know?
1 through 30
Okay.
is the between his notes and
Right.
your he was like, I'm
It-
labeling these 1 through 30.
Right.
It could be 0 through 29. There are 30 symbols
Right, but as far as...
as far yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So
Okay. Okay. All right, then. It's pushed in now, correct?
yeah.
Okay. And all you did, you pushed yours in, and then we jumped. So, all right. So if I just pull it out, push it back in, then in theory we go back to where we were. Yes? No?
Raise your hand if you're the cryptographer. Oh, wait, that's you.
That is me.
Like, maybe roll an idea. Maybe John will be nice and help you if you can make that idea. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe John just likes to watch us squirm because it's
Yeah.
fun for him.
Levon Fisk went on
That's
to found
true.
the first Italian bomb squad. I don't know. Pull it out, push it in. Maybe that'll work. Yeah.
Do the hokey pokey. You turn yourself about.
I like to get information from people I trust. Jerk.
Go ahead.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay, great. Nope, I didn't get that idea. Idea is 65. I rolled a 97. I don't do nothing for nobody.
But you're really close to the thing you're trying to get an idea about, so does that give a bonus?
Does he impale?
Does he impale the idea?
Impale the idea.
Can I roll an idea?
Sure.
I got nothing. Jack?
Let me see if I can come up with an idea. Nope.
Wow, we are all out of
We
ideas.
are all out of ideas. Well, okay.
Just decide
Literally,
what you're gonna do.
what's the worst that could happen? I mean, besides an eternity in a flaming hellmouth.
Or we turn into those things that we just murdered.
You know what, Mr. Fisk, just go ahead. I don't care. Just do whatever you think is right.
All
You
right.
do it. I trust you.
Okay, so it's pushed in now, correct?
Pushed in now.
I'm going to pull it out.
Uh-huh.
Does anything happen when I pull it out?
No, do you just pull it out?
I just pull it out.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, great. I push it back in.
You just push it same position.
Yeah, I'm not going to change the dial. I'm
Okay.
just pushing it back in.
What?
Nothing,
Wait a minute.
nothing happens.
We're
he did it. He stated he did it.
No,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying that was your move. The
It was-
turn it off and turn it back on again.
Yeah,
Hey,
Okay.
look. In
it
all
usually
fairness,
works.
in
s-
IT. That's the first
fif-
step.
50 years from now, that's going to be the most popular move. Yeah,
That will be the Fisk.
yeah, that will be. The
That'll be the Fisk.
Did you Fisk it?
Okay.
Yeah.
somebody
So-
really fist this up.
Okay, so nothing happened. I put it in. Okay, so the initial idea. Oh crap! This is such dangerous stuff.
Okay.
Was to pull it out, set it to the lowest setting, and then push it back in. That was our original idea.
That was my assumption. I'm probably
Right.
wrong, and Johnny's going to laugh when you do it, and
But-
then we're all going to die.
But before it was set to 7, and we were getting the
But it's
bubble
still
every
on
7.
7.
When we were getting the bubble every 7 days.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
think
know.
about that
With-
particular angle. I'm glad that you have thrown that wrench in this.
Did you really
works.
not think that?
Nope.
That was the first thing that came into my head, man.
Look, I don't like puzzles. Puzzles.
I
are
was trying to
stupid.
figure out.
Yeah.
If I was trying to figure out if the symbols in the thing represented years, but we're obviously back more than 7 years, so that's probably not right.
Yeah,
Because
I came up with that.
we moved in time, and hang on, or
I think it's anchoring us to this one.
here's another zany thought that just popped into my head. What if each of these symbols represents a different one of these obelisks
Yep.
somewhere in the world?
and space and time.
Exactly. So
Hopefully they're all on Earth.
So
hopefully they're all on Earth.
Yeah. We don't want to find ourselves at the one in on the moon.
I'll just tell you now, they're not all on Earth.
They're not all on Earth.
Outstanding.
Wow, don't act on that knowledge, because that would be out of character
That
knowledge.
would be-
Thanks,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't.
Nice job, GM.
I think
It's not like I know which ones are going to be off planet or
Look,
whatever.
I think you just choose one, and that's what you dial it to, and we go from there.
Okay, I'm going to set it to the lowest setting,
Okay.
and then I'm.
So
Wait a minute. Does the symbol that it's turned to right now match any symbol on the obelisk?
well, they're all the symbols are on the obelisk.
Right, and then the symbol it's on
I
right
mean-
now is the same one that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so but
It's not a Stargate thing.
okay, well,
Yeah, that's where you were going, right? Yeah.
Your question then was, are any of the symbols different now than when you were in the cave before?
sure. That okay.
Is that the is that the way
Fine.
does that make sense?
If that's how you want to interpret
Yes,
my
that's
question,
his question.
Sure, that's
yeah.
my question.
Does that
We
Makes
all
sense.
agree,
Yes.
yes. Give
Yeah.
us that information now.
You said
no,
holding
they,
a knife to him.
They are not.
They're different symbols.
They are the same. This obelisk is in every way the same,
Except it's not in a cave.
except that it's not in a cave, and it is not. The dial is not in the same cardinal direction as it was before.
Because you got out your compass and checked. Sorry. No, I get it.
I
we
mean-
knew which way we were moving the whole time.
Yeah.
We have a general idea.
Wait a minute. So before it was, just for the sake of argument, the dial was on the north side of the obelisk, and now it's on the east side of the obelisk.
Correct. That is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
Is it possible to move it into the same position as
You
it?
want to try?
I would like to try.
Literally, no one has touched it except for the dial. So, do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay.
How much more of a twist is there in the obelisk as it goes up?
Well, it's square,
Mm-hmm.
but then it looks like it is spiraling up.
Yeah, it spirals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Yes.
asking
How
you
much of a
is
how much of a twist is there? Is there?
it spins twice
Okay.
on the way up.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I want to put it in the same position.
so
yeah.
where do you, so above the marble is that what do you, where
yes,
do you
I don't.
grab
I
it?
don't. Yeah, I want to above. Yes, not on the marble.
But
above
above
it.
the marble?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to change it
Yeah.
to that position.
Okay, so you give it a 90-degree twist,
Okay.
and it moves. There's
Okay.
there's no grind. There's a slight grinding as though millstone on
Right.
wheat,
All right.
and it twists 90 degrees on the marble,
Okay.
but otherwise seems exactly the same.
Okay. So as far as I know, this is the same position it was in when we were in the future, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it looks.
I want to try one more thing.
100%,
I want to try one more thing before I change the dial. I want to
Okay.
try just to flip it out and then push it back in again.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. I thought that maybe positioning it would have determined
Right.
where we went and time and all that jazz. So, all right. Doesn't matter. I put it back to the lowest setting, pull it out, and then I will push it back in.
In relatively quick fashion.
Yes.
Okay. And in a flash of white light, you guys find yourself back in the cave.
Okay.
There is one of the monster bodies that was close to the obelisk came with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna stab
But
it
it-
multiple times until I'm sure it's dead.
It didn't move before you
Don't
stabbed
care.
it. It's
Don't
not
care.
moving after you stabbed it.
That's all right.
Do you
double
need to-
tap.
what does he need to roll for that?
Actually, this is a great place for us to take a break. We will be back next week. Don't forget, we have other podcasts. You want to go over to nerdsdom.com to check those out, and we will talk to you guys next week.